and welcome to Season 2, Episode 3 of Christmas MuVies Spotlight. I'm your host, Dawn Mack, and I'm here with my wonderful friend and co-host, Pam. Hi, Pam.
Hello. I ate a Krispy Kreme donut, so I'm ready to go. Are you ready to go?
Well, you know what? The way you came out of the gate with that, it makes me wish that I'd had one. I mean, my gosh, you didn't give me any kind of heads up here. Okay, folks, I'm just going to preface this by saying that we don't know what's going to happen. She is on a sugar rush. And mind you, Pam doesn't eat these very often. So if the first opening statement from her is an indication, just buckle in and get ready because it's going to be a heck of a ride today.
Well, and I didn't even finish the whole thing, so there you go.
Thankful that you didn't. But well, we are. Pam is obviously ready, and we are so excited to be here with you again this week for another edition of Christmas MuVies Spotlight. We want to welcome all the listeners to our show, and if you're brand new, welcome aboard. We are glad to have you here, and we hope that you will be a return listener. And so we're here for, this is week 3, and we're very excited. And if you're brand new, real quick, I'll let you know, our show highlights all of the brand new movies and music across all of the networks. You name it. If it's new to the holiday season 2018, we're bringing it to you here on our show each and every week. And every week we'll highlight just the movies and music that are dropping and releasing for that coming week so that you can always be up to date and know where to go to watch all these great movies. I think at last count there was about 85 or 90 new releases, movies that is, for the holiday season. And comparatively on the music side of things from last year, the music has increased exponentially. Pam and I were just talking about this the other day, and it's just blowing our minds how much more music has been released this year. But we have got a great show lined up for you today. We are going to be reviewing 2 Hallmark Channel movies, 1 Hallmark Movies and Mysteries movie, 2 UPtv movies. UPtv is now getting into the Christmas movie game, and we have a theatrical premiere that we are going to be talking about. And we're also going to give you a rundown of all of the brand new Christmas music that's going to be releasing on November 9th, and that's next Friday. And it's just almost here, folks. And we're also going to be talking about an interview that we're going to be bringing to you after our show is completed here tonight, so you'll want to stick around for that. And, of course, you will hear plenty of banter from Pam and I as we handle our trivia, our trolling for tweets, our wacky news, and more. So if you are ready, we are ready. And Pam, do I dare ask if you're ready?
I'm ready. Oh, okay, I'm back.
She's ready, guys. She's ready. Well, okay, now that we got that all squared away, the Christmas season is in full swing, and Pam, Christmas creep is here. I'm still looking forward to Thanksgiving dinner and the turkey and everything, but it's hard not to be excited about the holiday season with all the movies that are coming out, all the movies that have already started airing on Hallmark Channel. And I don't know about you, but I kind of been glued to the couch the last 2 weeks watching as many Hallmark Channel movies as I can, Hallmark Movies and Mysteries, and I just saw a great one on Netflix the other night. So what are you doing? Are you kind of getting in the swing so far, or are you just kind of staying back a little bit?
Well, for our listeners, just so you know, Dawn already knows the answer to this question. She knows that we've been tweeting and watching, but we also text and we messenger, and so we're both in full swing.
Oh, yeah, we are. But I have to say, for the listeners who were here last year in season 1, you know that there was a lot of discussion about Pam and her bah humbug state of mind. And when we first became friends, we met on social media a long time ago. It seems like eons now. But yeah, I would bring up Christmas in June, and she'd be like, why are you talking about Christmas now? It's like still hot outside. What are you doing? And I would just slowly over time, I've kind of started to convert her a little bit. I got her doing a Christmas show. What can I say? So, so anyway, but one of the things that I'm hearing a lot about on social media, Pam, is Christmas traditions. People are talking about this left and right. You know, I guess the Christmas creep has got everybody forward thinking to Christmas. What is your favorite Christmas tradition?
I mean, mine's pretty simple. It's just being with family and having everybody gathered at the same table. You know, with our lives the way they are today, everybody is everywhere doing everything, and, you know, there's no more, at least in my house, there's no more, like, sit-down dinners with the full family because we don't even eat at the same time, you know. So it's nice to have everybody gathered together, and instead of, let's say, my daughter texting me from another room in the same house, we actually have a conversation over dinner. So, you know, that kind of thing.
Oh, yeah. I remember those days. All of my children have since moved out of the house and living on their own. But in those days when they still lived at home, we had moments where we were texting from different rooms. It was like, really? Why are we doing this? But yeah. But I can say, you know, one of my favorite traditions, of course, besides putting up the tree, which I'm chomping at the bit now to do it, but I'm going to force myself not to before the next couple of weeks at least.
Of course you are.
I know. I'm guilty as charged. But just having all the kids back home for, you know, the holidays, whether it's Thanksgiving, whether it's Christmas, just have them here for a meal because we're all so scattered. They all work and we all have our lives and everybody's incredibly busy, like you said. And so just to get everybody together in one place for a sit-down meal and just be able to have some family time is so cherished now that they're all grown up. So those are definitely, you know, my favorite parts of the season. And, of course, watching all these great movies, which just kind of brings out the spirit a little bit sooner and a little bit earlier, and the excitement just builds. And, you know, and so I'm kind of, you know, I'm not in full Christmas mode yet because my tree's not up. But watch out. Watch out. When it goes up, it's going to be full on Christmas here. So anyway. But, yeah. So I think as I've gotten older, that these traditions become simpler, but they're more cherished. You know, it's not about the material things anymore than when I was much younger or when my kids were younger. So it's a lot more valued now.
Well, let me just say one thing. You know, you mentioned your kids are grown and move out of the house. Well, you know, some of mine were, and some came back for a bit, and some a little bit longer than what I expected. But even with that being said, it's still like they're moved out because we really don't see each other that often or talk because they're busy doing whatever. I'm busy doing things with you, you know, this bah humbug Christmas stuff. So,
well, I don't think you're quite as bah humbuggy as you used to be. So, we are going to we're going to do a little bit of a transition here, and when we come back, we'll get ready to bring you some music trivia.
Hi, this is Terrell Rothery, and you're listening to Pam and Dawn.
Well, Pam, I've got some great trivia for you this week. Do you like the Christmas song, The Little Drummer Boy?
Yes. I can't imagine anybody that wouldn't.
I know it's been done a million times, and I can't pick a favorite version, but I love it no matter who does it. Well, did you know that The Little Drummer Boy was originally called Carol of the Drums, and Catherine Davis wrote the song based off of a Czech carol in 1941. It became famous 17 years later when it was recorded by the Harry Simeon Chorale, and I hope I said that correctly. Yeah, it's one of my favorite. If I had to pick the top 5, it's one of my favorites out there. Well, that's our Christmas music trivia. Now you know who wrote the song. And while I was tooling around online this week, I came across some really wacky news. And the first thing, I've been seeing this a lot. I mean, people have been sharing it, and I've been seeing it in a lot of different media outlets. about decorating early for Christmas. Now, I thought it was funny when I read it initially because all I thought about was you and I. And I'm decorating before Thanksgiving. You're going to decorate 2 days before Christmas. I mean, that's just the yin and yang of us. And so I was like, oh, well, okay. But do you typically go all out when you decorate, or do you just put up a tree and that's it?
I used to go all out, but we put up a tree, but my husband also puts lights outside and whatever toy he's bought for that year or the toy that worked for previous, like those blow-up things or fancy, light effect things, that they have these days. Mm-hmm. So we do at least decorate the outside of the house more so than the inside of the house now.
Well, what I found interesting about the myriad of articles that I read about this very thing, did you know that decorating early for Christmas can be good for you? It can be really good for you. So get to decorating, Pam.
I'm good.
And just imagine, folks, if she was eating donuts and decorating, just how gleeful and happy and joyful she would be all the time. She'd be on a major sugar. She'd have those decorations up in February, for the new year. So, Christmas to many is a time to be with family and focus on your faith, eat a lot of food, and yes, the exchange of gifts is meaningful to some. But to others, it's the decorating and hanging of the lights that makes them love the season. And I have to say that is probably it for me. No surprise there, right?
No.
And science agrees. A new study finds that people who put up their Christmas decorations in November, even October, are healthier and happier than those who don't. Oh, my gosh, I ought to live to infinity then.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
I'll be waiting for you on the other side.
I know. Well, for the record, I have never put my decorations up in October, nor will I ever. I just don't think it's right to put them up before Halloween because that's just a little too early, even for me. I may be listening to Christmas music before Halloween, but I will not decorate before Halloween. But experts say those people typically have personality traits that allow them to lead more fulfilled lives. So there you go. Just do it and don't worry about people judging you for it. So, Pam, get the lights up. Next week I want to hear that you've had your trip. Yeah.
Sure,
yeah.
I'll get right to it.
She's like, don't hold your breath. Well, in another wacky news story, I read this week that there is a hotel that celebrates Christmas all year round. Now, Pam, if you could visit a hotel that celebrates Christmas year-round, would you?
I know how to answer that.
Well, we are asking you after all. But, there's a real hotel that looks something out of a Hallmark Christmas movie. Now, given that, I might be inclined to visit just because, no matter what time of year.
Right.
It's called the Inn at Christmas Place. It's a hotel that celebrates Christmas every day of the year. It's decked out with Christmas trees, wreaths, and even features a singing Santa. And the hotel is located in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee, right near Dollywood. Pigeon Forge, Tennessee is more known for Dollywood than it is for Santa Claus, but just a 10-minute drive from Dolly Parton's famous amusement park is a resort where you can celebrate Christmas all year long. Now, no matter the month, the Inn at Christmas Place is always decked out for the holidays, located on Christmas Tree Lane. Now, does that not sound like a street name in a Hallmark movie? I mean, come on,
Yes, yes.
The lobby features a full-size Christmas tree, garlands with lights, and a glockenspiel that plays carols twice a day. And a singing Santa entertains guests on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturday nights, and reads to kids on Mondays and Fridays. All the rooms and suites contain festive decorations, too, with wreaths, red velvet bedding, and reindeer sculptures. And the beds feature their custom super soft sleep in heavenly peace mattress sets. Imagine that. You can even book the Santa suite, which includes nods to St. Nick everywhere you look. The suite is naturally decked out for the holiday with wreaths, trees, and a fireplace for you to get nice and cozy. And you get a special present from Santa himself when you stay there. Oh, boy. The hotel, which opened in 2007, offers a hot breakfast buffet included with your room rate, plus access to an indoor pool with a large hot tub and an outdoor pool with a water slide. It's adjacent to the incredible Christmas Place, a Christmas-themed shopping center, so you can stock up on ornaments on the way to or from Dollywood. So, what do you think? Are you making reservations in the near future to visit this place?
I don't know. I mean, it would be interesting to see it for sure. I have been to Dollywood, which may surprise you. But as you're reading that, that doesn't sound like a hotel. That sounds like where Dawn lives.
Well, it is not where I live, I promise. But as I read through this article, I was just thinking to myself, wow, did they emulate Hallmark Channel Countdown to Christmas Movies, or did Hallmark Channel emulate this place? I mean, this is crazy because it almost feels like if you went there to visit, you would be stepping into a set on a Hallmark Christmas movie. And because, when you're watching those movies, it kind of gives you all the feels of Christmas anyway. And so this description really does, it kind of culminates all of that. But yeah, I think I'd go and visit, but I don't think I'd want to visit in the dead of summer, like in the hot, hot heat. There would be something very, wrong with that, so to speak. So,
well, you know what though? I mean, to me, I would go then because as you know, and probably a lot of our listeners know by now, I live in Chicago, and anything to get out of a Chicago winter, I may opt to go during the winter time.
Yeah, that would be. I think it would be fun to go in the winter time, even if it wasn't during the holiday season.
Yeah, and with your winters, they're not as bad. So, you're a hop, skip, and a jump. So get to moving it.
Yep, I'll definitely put that on the list of places to visit.
Introducing Hallmark Channel Radio, a brand new holiday radio channel coming to Sirius XM. Love Christmas music?
What's not to like?
Then you're going to love Hallmark Channel Radio, featuring classic Christmas music and carols 24/7. Hosted by Candace Cameron Bure and all your favorite Hallmark Channel stars. Make the season bright with holiday music all day and all night. Hallmark Channel Radio, coming November 1st to Sirius XM Channel 70.
Now, Pam, before you launch into our next segment, I have to tell you, I have tuned in to the Hallmark Channel Radio on Sirius XM, and it is absolutely everything you would expect it to be and more. It's awesome, and Candace Cameron Bure, she is like the DJ, the main DJ, but it's just wonderful. The music is awesome, and it's so up my alley. So anyway, for anyone out there on the fence,
is that I was going to say, is that pun intended? Candace Cameron.
Pun intended. DJ? Oh yes. Oh yeah, there you go. But if I know there are lots of listeners out there who have Sirius XM and they're probably already tuned in and have heard about this. But if you've not heard about it, it's really awesome. And I think right now for a little bit of time they're giving you opportunity to listen free online at the Sirius XM website. So check it out. You're going to love it. It's going to be lots of the stars of Hallmark that are going to be DJing throughout the holiday season. So there you go.
There you go. And speaking of music, we have a few new music releases that are going to be out November 9th. And the first one is by various artists. It's called Have Yourself a Swingin' Little Christmas. That sounds interesting because you eat a couple of Krispy Kreme donuts and you can be swinging to that music.
There you go.
And then there is Sufjan Stevens. His is called Songs for Christmas. Hanson, Snowed In. It's a re-release in limited Christmas tree green vinyl edition. I absolutely love that they're bringing vinyls back, although I'm not sure how many people still have a record player. Have you noticed if there are any record players being re-released into the market?
I have not, but I would imagine that if people are doing it I would think that they are available if the vinyl's coming back. But I would say too, there are a lot of record collectors out there who are just over the moon about the vinyl coming back, if for no other reason to collect it. And especially with it being a lot of these releases are colored, vinyl. That's going to be huge collector editions right there. And they're going to be they're limited issues that are copies being issued. So not many people who pick up any of these, no matter who the artist is, they're going to get their hands on a gold mine. Moving forward, they'll be worth something.
Exactly. And the funny thing is, when I see this, and especially the color editions, it reminds me of the albums that my father used to collect. A lot of them were in color editions.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, that wasn't something that he was able to pass down to me because living in Chicago, you live in the flood zones. And everything was always kept in the basement. And so when the floods came, a lot of those things were ruined and gone, and there was no saving it because they warp. So, unfortunately, because can you imagine? I'd be rolling in dough right now, girlfriend.
You really would. You would. I'm telling you. It's the people that are collecting it now, in addition to anything they may have had previous, it's really a collector's item more than anything.
Definitely. Well, also, Brian Setzer's orchestra is releasing Christmas Rocks Live, which is always a great thing. And then various artists for Rhythm and Blues Christmas. And just saying Blues Christmas just reminds me of Elvis. So there we go.
Yeah.
The brand new Countdown to Christmas movie checklist app is available now for iOS and Android. Use it to keep track of Hallmark Channel and Hallmark Movies and Mysteries' all-new original holiday movie premieres.
Everything I want is here.
And set reminders so you don't miss a minute.
Christmas like it used to be.
Download the Countdown to Christmas movie checklist now from the App Store to get started. Countdown to Christmas, all season long on Hallmark Channel.
3 words, get the app. Get the app, get the app. I have downloaded it. Have you downloaded it, Pam?
I have, and unfortunately I haven't won anything yet, but it's fun to play.
Yeah, well, the app is awesome because it's got all of the movies, the Hallmark Channel, Hallmark Movies and Mysteries movies loaded into it, and each week when you watch the movies, you can just check it off. And, I mean, there's just so much functionality with it. It's unbelievable. But it's great. So if you don't have the app yet, go to iTunes or your Google Play Store, get it and download it. It's really cool. It's really cool.
I have to agree, and Hallmark is banging it out of the park. I mean, not only do they have 60 million movies, but they also have, the app, and also the Sirius radio station, Hallmark Channel for it. It's just wow. I mean, I can't even imagine anybody bigger than Hallmark with all that they have to offer us.
No, absolutely. And I think that's why so many people love them, the channels, because of all that they offer. And it's just so good quality programming. You can't go wrong. If you sit down and you want to sit down with your children and watch these movies, there's nothing to fear. You can just do it and have fun, and that's what it should be about anyway.
Right, exactly. Well, speaking of Hallmark, we're going to move on to the movies, and premiering on Saturday, November 10th at 8 Eastern, 7 Central, it's Christmas, Eve. Because if I just tell you it's Christmas Eve, you might think something different. So obviously,
that's right.
Obviously, it's somebody named Eve, right?
It's Christmas Eve.
And it's starring leann-rimes and tyler-hynes. So instead of our normal explaining to you what the movie's about, giving you the synopsis, we have an extended preview of It's Christmas Eve starring leann-rimes and tyler-hynes.
Leann-Rimes stars in an original holiday movie. This Christmas, unfinished business
You're the interim school superintendent.
becomes the greatest gift
Are you Mr. Bailey's girlfriend?
she never expected. Wow. It's Christmas Eve, part of Countdown to Christmas on Hallmark Channel. And now, a sneak peek at It's Christmas Eve.
Nice. Hugh.
Ha, Hugh.
Liam.
Eve. And you are?
Abby's father.
The teacher.
Yeah, and you're Nella's daughter, right?
Yeah.
Miss Morgan, there you are. Principal Watt is back in her office whenever you're ready.
Thank you.
No.
Yeah.
You're
the interim school superintendent.
Okay. Can I talk to you for a second?
Sure.
Well, there you go.
Oh, and, you know, I loved how the announcer really, really enunciated. It's Christmas Eve. So, you know, if anyone had any idea how to say the title of the movie correctly, there you go. He did it twice. So, you know, I think this is going to be an awesome movie. I love leann-rimes, and I am just chomping at the bit to see it because she's going to sing in it, and, you know, she's released that wonderful soundtrack, and which we'll talk a little bit more in the show about, but she leann-rimes was recently asked about her favorite Christmas traditions. Take a listen.
I like having friends over, actually. A couple of my girlfriends will come over. I seem to buy a lot of gifts around Christmas. I don't know. It's my thing. Like, everybody has a gift. It's like this whole deal. So my girlfriends will come over, and we'll end up wrapping gifts together. And honestly, this past Christmas, we were watching Hallmark Christmas movies and wrapping gifts. So, yeah. So it's legit.
Now, let's go on location with leann-rimes and Tyler-Hynes, stars of It's Christmas Eve.
Hey guys, I'm leann-rimes, here on the set of my new Hallmark Channel Christmas movie. Come take a look behind the stage.
Hallmark Channel takes you on location with the cast and crew of It's Christmas Eve.
Hey Mark.
Hey, Mark.
I was joking, actually, about a year ago. I was like, let's just do a Christmas movie. And it just kind of happened to fall into place.
Action.
Hallmark and I got together, and they wanted to know what story I wanted to tell, and having two stepsons, it was really important to me to tell stories that are of quality and that really speak to the heart.
It's actually quite emotional. I'm surprised how much emotion it evoked from me while I was reading it. I wanted to check in with you about the Christmas program.
And cut. Okay, good.
The story of this movie is basically about a lovely lady who comes home to her hometown to do an unenjoyable task of firing and reorganizing some of the schools in their district, of which I work at.
She's coming in to save the world, but ending up finding that she's hitting a wall, and then having this major conundrum where the new neighbor that she's falling in love with is the music teacher, and she's actually basically going to fire him and turn his world upside down. She's very conflicted through this whole thing.
Okay, we're rolling, guys.
Music to me is air. It's really so nourishing, and it's been life for me for so long. It's Christmas Eve, hope you're carefree, and you're right where your heart longs to be, and you know that these moments are... I'll start singing and start crying.
All right, guys, thank you so much for hanging out with us, and make sure you watch for my new Christmas movie coming this season on Hallmark Channel. Bye!
Singer-songwriter leann-rimes makes her Hallmark Channel debut in It's Christmas Eve, premiering this holiday season, part of Countdown to Christmas on Hallmark Channel.
Well, Pam, from the sound of the on location and the extended preview, I'm more excited about this movie, even more now. And I can't wait to see it this coming weekend. It's going to be really good. I love any kind of movie that has, you know, a musical element to it, and it's going to be great.
Well, you know, anything that leann-rimes sings, I love, and so her to, you know, well, let's get the words right, Pam. It's the Sugar Rush crash, I guess. Knowing that she's going to sing in the movie is going to be so much more.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
My family loves a great Hallmark Christmas movie, and there are 2 different channels with holiday movies all season long. For inspiring movie miracles, we turn on Hallmark Movies and Mysteries. For festive romantic comedies, we watch Hallmark Channel. Uplifting stories, the miracles of Christmas on Hallmark Movies and Mysteries. Holiday romance, Countdown to Christmas on Hallmark Channel. Hallmark, America's #1 Christmas destination.
Well, speaking of Christmas Eve, Giles Panton is starring in not only this movie, but 4 more holiday movies this season. And if you're a Giles Panton fan, Christmas has certainly arrived early this year. We've had the opportunity to chat with Giles recently about his big holiday season and the incredible holiday movies we have to look forward to. And you can catch our interview with Giles immediately following the conclusion of this week's show.
Yeah, definitely. We're so excited to bring to you our interview with Giles Panton and can't wait for you to hear it. We had so much fun with him.
Hi, this is Giles Panton, and you're listening to Pam and Dawn.
Yeah, it's going to be a good one. You want to be sure to tune in. He had lots to say about all 5 movies that he is going to be in this holiday season. And the first one is It's Christmas Eve. All right, so also coming up this weekend is a wonderful movie called Christmas in Love, which is going to air Sunday, November 11th at 8 Eastern, 7 Central, and it stars Brooke D'Orsay, Daniel Lissing, and Mary Margaret Humes. And this is an excellent movie, another great one that Hallmark's bringing us, and take a listen to this extended preview of Christmas in Love.
For Brooke D'Orsay and Daniel Lissing, the holidays are a time for tradition.
No 2 Pringles are alike. Unique and made with love.
A time for change.
Automation is the key.
Sometimes you have to look beneath the surface.
A time to follow their hearts.
There's something special about this town.
'Tis a season of giving. The holidays will have that effect.
Christmas in Love, part of Countdown to Christmas on Hallmark Channel. And now, a sneak peek at Christmas in Love.
You know, you never really think about where a wreath comes from. It's just one of those things that seem to appear at Christmas time.
Yeah, this one's for the firehouse. They do so much for this town, so I just want it to be perfect.
You make other things?
Yeah, I make all kinds of things. But a wreath is the perfect symbol for Christmas. Don't you think?
How's that?
Well, it's a circle. And the holidays are a time where we get to reassess before the cycle starts again.
I guess that's one way to look at it.
You know, sometimes you have to look beneath the surface, Nick. The bakery, Christmas, white deer. There's more to it than meets the eye.
Ah, that's going to be so good. You know, I loved her in Miss Christmas last year, and I loved him in A December Bride. And so now bringing the 2 of them together in this movie, I can't wait to see their chemistry and how the story unfolds with the 2 of them.
Definitely. You know, she mentions that you have to look beneath to discover more of what Christmas is about. And that couldn't be more true.
Mhm. Well, Brooke D'Orsay plays a bakery owner in Christmas in Love, and in this clip, she tells us what a kringle is.
So they exist. The Kringles exist. All right. So what they are 4 layers of dough with filling in between. At least on our set, that's what they are. And you cut them all up kind of like a sunshine, and then you twist the ends. I just learned how to do it like 3 days ago. You bake them probably for 40 minutes, and they come out, and they're like cinnamony and doughy and buttery, crispy. I have not eaten any Kringles because everyone's hands are all over the props, and it's prop food, so I haven't actually had one, but I will before the shoot is over.
Now I want a Kringle. I mean, that description just makes me want a Kringle, and if you were to eat one right now on top of the donut you just had... Sugar
yeah, no, that wouldn't that wouldn't be happening. I think I would try the Kringle before I would eat the donut again.
Yeah,
because I've never had one, and that sounds really good.
It does sound pretty yummy.
Although I wouldn't want to eat the props either.
No, I don't think I would either. And you know that food sits out all day. But when you think about a cinnamon, butter, and you know dough combination, you can't go wrong. You just can't go
wrong. Exactly. Well, next up, we have on the Hallmark Channel A Veterans Christmas, and this will be on Sunday, November 11th at
9 p.m. 8 Central. 9 Eastern, 8 Central.
Okay, because you have, it's all right. You throw me off when you put 9-7. So.
I'm just trying to keep you on your toes is all.
Yeah. So 9 Eastern, 8 Central. We're only an hour apart.
Yep.
And it will be starring Eloise Mumford and Sean Ferris. And the story goes, Captain Grace Garland, played by Mumford, and a decorated U.S. veteran, returns home after 2 tours of search and rescue in Afghanistan. After being separated from her beloved K-9 partner, Grace must rediscover the magic of Christmas. When she finds herself stranded in the town of Rivers Crossing a couple weeks before Christmas, the local judge, Joe Peterson, played by Ferris, offers her a place to stay on his property and takes it upon himself to show Grace everything she has been missing: Christmas family, community, and love. Wow. That's heavy, but we know it's going to turn around, and it's not going to be heavy at the end, right?
No, but I want to also say I am thrilled to see that the two of these are back in a movie together, because they were in a movie and it was it had Holly in the title, but it was a couple years ago, and it was about a little girl who would not speak since her mother died. And Ferris played one of three brothers. She played a toy store owner, and they lived in like this little quaint Cape Cod town, and they met. And that movie is one of my favorite movies that I've ever seen on Hallmark Channel. So I have loved the two of them since, and I'm just so excited they're in this movie together. I can't wait to see it.
Most definitely. I couldn't agree more. Let's go ahead and give you a little preview promo for A Veterans Christmas.
You're home away from home.
Leaving was one of the hardest decisions I ever made. It was my family.
Word might have got around that you haven't had a real Christmas in quite some time.
Perfect Christmas comes.
Are you down for a little Christmas time tradition?
Just being close to you.
Every time I see that preview, I always get teared up. I always tear up.
Exactly.
It's going to be such a heartwarming story, and the fact that it's got a veterans theme as the heart of the movie, I think is going to really resonate with so many people out there. So it's going to be a great tribute to those folks and for all those who serve our country. Well, we have finished up with our Hallmark movies for the coming week, and we're moving into UPtv. They have two movies that are going to be premiering, and the first one is brand new, original UPtv movie for this holiday season. It's called Chandler Christmas Getaway. It premieres Sunday, November 11th at 7 Eastern, 6 Central, and it stars Victoria Rowell, Gregory Allen Williams, Melinda Williams, and a whole host of other people. And the Chandler family is back for another family Christmas adventure. Not finding any Christmas spirit during a hot December, the Chandlers decide to pack up and head to a cabin for maximum holiday fun. But with old feuds, new feuds, and a heap of holiday stress, the Chandler family will have to pull together to make this the best Christmas ever. And I am looking forward to seeing this. I think it's always fun to watch movies like this because they're kind of true to life when you get families together at Christmas sometimes, and to have a little tongue-in-cheek fun, it kind of, people can resonate and have fun with it and go, oh my gosh, that's so our family kind of thing. So this one is going to be great, and looking forward to it. Again, it premieres Sunday, November 11th, 7 Eastern, 6 Central. Now, one thing I want to add, too, is this will be the 5th installment in the Chandler Family series. This newest release joins Marry Me for Christmas, Marry Us for Christmas, A Baby for Christmas, and Merry Christmas Baby. So it's kind of a continuation of the first 4 movies, and if you've seen the previous 4, then you kind of have a great backstory and a background to everything. But a brand new movie will bring brand new plot and brand new excitement. So stay tuned. That's coming up soon.
And I absolutely love when they do series of the same theme and the same family. Just there's something about it. I don't know, because sometimes, at the end of a movie you wonder, well, what could have happened, or, maybe they could do this or whatever. And with the Chandler family series, you kind of get to keep moving along with their story.
That's right. You sure do.
So next up on UPtv, and mind you, for those that don't know this, I used to always say UPtv because that's just the way it looked to me. Until Dawn kept saying UPtv, and we were like, well, which one's right? And she went back and she looked, and it's UPtv because it's an uplifting TV channel. So there you go.
There you go.
So premiering on UPtv Sunday, November 11th at 9 Eastern, 8 Central, A Husband for Christmas. It's starring Vivica A. Fox, Rico Ross, and Eric Roberts. Now, although the movie was released in 2016, it is brand new to the UPtv network, so this holiday season. And here's an extended preview of A Husband for Christmas starring Vivica A. Fox, Rico Ross, and Eric Roberts.
This Christmas, Brooke is getting everything she ever wanted.
We decided to double your salary and promote you to vice president.
But there's a catch.
Roger Bouquet. If Roger were to get married, he'd have his citizenship, and you, young lady, would have your promotion. Will you marry me?
You betcha. You may kiss the bride. That's okay.
I'm good.
Can they fool everyone?
Surprise! This is my husband.
Roger.
I realize Prince Charming. I made a deal where my job is safe for now.
Atta girl.
Or are they fooling themselves?
Sure you're married?
Honey, manners. If you hadn't gotten married, you wouldn't have gotten promoted.
Roger, are you even a citizen?
I'm Agent Nathan Hedge. This is Agent Marie Adams.
It's called marriage fraud. It's a felony.
Brooke, meet Gwen, my girlfriend.
Maybe you should think about marriage counseling.
I should have never let you talk me into this.
You're a smart woman, Brooke. You'll figure it out.
Merry Christmas! I have never met anyone quite like her.
When are you going to take a chance?
Vivica A. Fox, Rico Ross, Dominique Swain, and Eric Roberts.
I thought there'd be a few sparks between the two of you.
A Husband for Christmas.
Oh, that sounds like it's going to be so good.
I'm telling you, the cast alone is makes you want to watch it. Although I did watch this before and absolutely loved it, and it's one of the movies that I will rewatch again.
Oh, yeah, I've seen it too, and I don't know, every time I see Vivica A. Fox in something, you know it's going to be good, even before you see it. She just brings something to, all the cast do, but there's something about her. She has such a great edge that for the characters that she portrays, she's perfect for them. And I love what she does. So yeah, this one is good, and I will definitely be sure to catch it this holiday season as well. It's one of my favorites too.
At UPtv, nobody celebrates Christmas like we do.
It's Christmas.
Our holiday movie premieres and your favorite shows uplift you all season long.
Try our peppermint cornbread. Sounds gross, but freshens your breath.
And
it's my favorite time of the year.
Gilmore the Merrier returns, hosted by Scott Patterson.
It's no big deal.
Beginning Thursday, November 1st.
Merry Christmas!
Watch together on UPtv for the most uplifting Christmas ever.
Oh, well, Up is now officially in full swing of the holiday season as well. And also, we have a couple of movies that are premiering at the box office over the holiday season. And one is coming up Friday, November 9th. The Grinch animated motion picture is going to be out. And it stars Benedict Cumberbatch, Rashida Jones, Angela Lansbury, and Kenan Thompson. And the story goes, if anybody has ever seen The Grinch in any various forms, then you know the storyline. But from the previews that I've seen, it's a typical story, but believe it or not, this is their 8th fully animated feature Illumination and Universal Pictures has done. And they've done all kinds of great animated movies that we've seen. And they present The Grinch, based on Dr. Seuss's beloved holiday classic. And as the story goes, we all know the Grinch is a cynical grump who goes on a mission to steal Christmas, only to have his heart changed by a young girl's generous holiday spirit. It's funny, heartwarming, and visually stunning. And I tell you, the previews have been visually stunning. It's a universal story about the spirit of Christmas and the indomitable power of optimism. And Academy Award nominee Benedict Cumberbatch lends his voice to the infamous Grinch, who lives a solitary life inside a cave on Mount Crumpet with his loyal dog Max for company. With a cave rigged with inventions and contraptions for his day-to-day needs, the Grinch only sees his neighbors in Whoville when he runs out of food. Each year at Christmas, they disrupt his tranquil solitude with their increasingly bigger, brighter, and louder celebrations. When the Who's declare they are going to make Christmas 3 times bigger this year, the Grinch realizes there is only one way for him to gain some peace and quiet. He must steal Christmas. To do so, he decides to pose as Santa Claus on Christmas Eve, even going so far as to trap a lackadaisical misfit reindeer to pull his sleigh. Meanwhile, down in Whoville, Cindy Lou Who, I can't believe I said that without tongue. Just totally train wrecking it. Cindy Lou Who, that's a tongue twister. A young girl overflowing with holiday cheer plots with her gang of friends to trap Santa Claus as he makes his Christmas Eve rounds so that she can thank him for help for her overworked single mother. As Christmas approaches, however, her good-natured scheme threatens to collide with the Grinch's more nefarious one. Will Cindy Lou Who, I had to say that, so fun, achieve her goal of finally meeting Santa Claus? Will the Grinch succeed in silencing the Who's holiday cheer once and for all? Stay tuned to find out. And even though we've seen the story time and time again, and I think everybody can say they have a favorite version, just seeing some of the trailers for this movie and previews, and the fact that it's animated it's gonna be really good. It's gonna be neat. Just the animation nowadays is just so amazing compared to 20 years ago. So everything is just so much more enhanced and lifelike. And so, yeah, another good one is coming out.
Well, and, even though they gear these movies for the kids, I don't know an adult out there that doesn't love the Grinch.
I know.
And I'm one of them. maybe because because he could be a Goomba of mine.
Oh, my gosh. You said that, not me. I don't know. You're soft too. I mean, if the Grinch can soften, anybody can soften. And you come a long way.
There
from
you go. That's what happens.
Yeah, see, you've come a long way from your initial bah humbug days when we first met. So hey, I'm very proud of you.
Well, let's go ahead and play the Grinch promo that we have for you guys.
And Merry Christmas to you.
Before he was mean, he was a lonely boy. But it's never too late to feel Christmas joy. That's not going to happen.
Ho, ho, ho.
Max, today we're going to steal Christmas.
Prepare to have your little doggy mind blown. The Grinch, rated PG.
Yep, it's going to be a great
movie.
Hi, everybody,
this is Lindsay McKeon, and you're listening to Pam and Dawn.
Well, that played before I wanted it to. Okay.
Well, that's what happens sometimes. But that's okay.
She was just too excited to tell everybody who they're listening to.
You've had some donuts too. You've been sharing your donuts with Lindsay. You've not shared any with me.
I might have been.
Oh my gosh, you two! I can't do anything with either one of you. Well, speaking of celebrities, we're going to roll into our Trolling for Tweets segment now, where we pick 3 of our favorite tweets from Hallmark stars from the past week. And I saw one this week from leann-rimes, and you can find her on Twitter at leann-rimes. And she put up a video, and her tweet goes, "Repeating the same lines over and over again sounds easy, right? Here's what you don't see, and she's got hashtag bloopers. You got to go follow her on Twitter and check out that tweet. She has a video, like about a minute video reel of all the bloopers where she was trying to do do the promo script for the It's Christmas Eve movie, and it was just all kinds of outtakes. I mean, time and again, and she was deliberately doing some of them on purpose because she kept messing up. So it's absolutely hilarious. You got to go check it out. It's just too funny. And then I saw one from Paul Green, and everybody loves Paul Green, and he is at Paul Green Official on Twitter, and he said, it's a wrap for Jack, and we are right behind him. Congratulations, everybody, and here's to many more seasons, hashtag Hardee's. So what he was saying, if you've been following him on social media, you know that they have been in the throes of filming the When Calls the Heart Christmas special that's coming up on December 25th on the Hallmark Channel. And also, I think they've done some preliminary filming for the next season, which will crank up, I think, in January or February. And so they just wrapped for this portion of filming that they're doing this past week. So getting really excited about the When Calls the Heart movie. And Paul, of course, will be starring in that along with a whole host of your favorites from Hallmark Channel. And last but not least, I saved this one for last because I felt like this was like the best news of the entire week on all of Twitter, I felt like. But Jen Lilly, and you can find her at Jen_Lilly, as you know, she recently released a single called King of Hearts, and it was to raise money to help support a little boy who needed a heart surgery. And so she tweeted, "Best news, we did it. We got the money for John's heart surgery." And she actually included a video clip with that tweet showing John's reaction when he was told that he was going to get to have a heart surgery. And I'm telling you, go check it out. You need Kleenexes, though, because it will pull at your heartstrings, and you're just going to need tissues. Let me just say that. Pam, have you seen that?
I have, and you're definitely right with the Kleenex. Grab the whole box. Don't even just grab one or two.
Yeah,
and I couldn't be happier for John's money coming through for his heart surgery. So prayers are with him that everything is successful.
And I will just say, in addition to that, even though she's raised the money needed for his surgery, please, if you have not heard the single or bought the single, do it anyway. Go check it out. I love that it's got a retro Motown vibe. Go to her website, jenlillymusic.com, and check out all the gorgeous pictures of Jen in the retro makeup and hair. And she's just beautiful anyway, no matter how she dresses or what she wears or what have you. But she's an excellent singer, and this single is just phenomenal. So go check it out. You will not be disappointed. All right, and so also this week in our new and noteworthy section, Kathy Lee Gifford has released a children's book. It's called The Gift That I Can Give. And the premise of the book is God gave each of us a gift that we can give to others. Gifford's heartwarming story shares example of how children can use their unique talents to make the world better, with a hug for a family member, a visit to somebody who's sick, cheering for a friend, and more. And it's for ages 3 to 5 years. And I've seen it. It's absolutely really cute. It would be a great Christmas gift for anyone in that age demographic. In fact, I'm thinking about getting it for my granddaughter for Christmas, who I think she would. It's just a colorful, beautifully illustrated and well-told story. And as many of you know, Kathy Lee Gifford is going to be starring in A God Wink Christmas, which airs November 18th at 9 Eastern, 8 Central on Hallmark Movies and Mysteries. And before we come to a close here, we're winding down quick. In case you missed it, leann-rimes has released the soundtrack for It's Christmas Eve, which has 9 tunes, including 3 originals that she penned. The 3 originals are You and Me and Christmas, The Gift of Your Love, and It's Christmas Eve. And I'm telling you, if you haven't already heard any of these songs, check it out. She is going to be performing a couple of these songs in the movie. So, and again, anytime I hear leann-rimes sing, it's just heaven. It's just awesome. And so I'm really looking forward to seeing her in this movie performing these songs. And the premise of the movie anyway. So check it out, and that released a couple weeks ago, but go and get it. You will love it. And she's actually taken some traditional Christmas songs, and she's put her own spin on them, as only leann-rimes can. So you'll be pleasantly surprised when you hear them. You won't be anything like what you expect, though. I will tell you that.
Yeah.
So that wraps up our new and noteworthy section for this week, and we'll be back next week with more trolling for tweets and more news for you that you can check out as you will. So Pam, I can't believe this is like, we have such a great time on this show, and the time just flies. It just goes by so fast. I can't even tell you. It feels like we just started, and here we are. At the very end.
Exactly.
and before we go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, and, this past week, Pam and I were talking, and we were trying to think, as our show goes along, we're going to really have a lot more jam-packed. This was kind of a light movie week, so get ready, because the next week or so is you really need to buckle in, because it's going to be a wild ride. We got lots of movies coming over. If you're following any of the movie schedules for any of the networks over the coming weeks, especially Thanksgiving week, there's going to be tons of new movies being released, so just get ready. Pam and I are going to bring it all to you. But we want to start including a segment before we close our show every week where we hear from different Hallmark actors talking about their favorite Christmas traditions. And this week, we highlight Paul Green. Take a listen.
So my dad was Superman to me. For me, Christmas was never about presents. It was about my dad's presence with me. And that's a tradition that I like to bring to my own son, is what my dad taught me about being in the moment and really being there. And that's the biggest gift my dad could give me at Christmas, was his time.
Oh, I just love that. I melt when he says that. He says it was never about the presents. It was about his dad's presence. And that's just so beautifully said, Well, we'll be bringing you a different tradition from Hallmark actors each and every week moving forward throughout the balance of our season. So you want to be sure to check that out. Well, before we wrap up, we got a few announcements we want to bring to you. We are already in full swing on our show, and we've had some amazing interviews already. So if you get a chance, go over to Blog Talk Radio, and we'll have all the places where you can find us at the end of the show. But go to Blog Talk Radio, go to Spreaker, look for Take Two Radio, look for Christmas Station Radio, and you can catch these interviews and shows anytime on demand. And I tell you, we've got so much to come. You definitely want to be able to bookmark these sites, because you may not be able to always listen when we're live, but you can pick them up anytime, and you are not going to be disappointed, folks. Let me tell you, we've got a big, big season in store. And also, if you get a chance, go over to our website, ChristmasMoviesSpotlight.com. We have a shop page there, and we have all of our, lots of goodies that from the artists where, they've got products for sale. We've got the movies up, and that's constantly a work in progress. We've got all the music available. So just check it out, and we got everything linked so you can go and purchase it if you so choose, and so forth. And we're going to be live tweeting every movie, or we're going to try to, for the holiday season, all the Hallmark Channel movies, all the Hallmark Movies and Mysteries. Pam and I will be tag teaming and splitting up because a lot of these are on at simultaneous times. So short of cloning ourselves, there's no way we could do it all as one person. So, but we're going to be live tweeting as many of these, so we would love to have you join us on Twitter, and we're at Xmas Movies, MUVIES. Check us out, follow us, and stay up on everything we're doing. And you also, please, we'd love to hear from you. We love to get emails from you guys. We love hearing from you guys. And we want to interact with you more and more on our social, through our Facebook, our Twitter, and what have you. We'd love to hear what you're thinking about the movies that you're seeing across all the networks. Pam and I are just having a great time watching them all. It's just fun. But we love bringing all this to you as well every week. And so that's about it. Can you think of anything I left out, Pam?
Well, no, not really. I just want to mention that if you are looking for Take Two Radio on Blog Talk or anywhere else, it's the number 2. So it's Take Two, the number 2 Radio.
And I always forget that.
Yeah, because a lot of people could, be putting in the word 2.
That's right.
And it's not under that. So it's
even though
Take
in my mind,
2 with the number.
Right. Even in my mind, when I see Take Two Radio, I see the number 2, but I don't always think to say that. But thank you for clarifying, because we definitely want people going to the right place to find our show. So in any event, well, that is going to do it for our show for this week, folks. We have so enjoyed having you here, and we've enjoyed bringing you all these great highlights for the coming movies and music that are going to be out over the weekend of 9th through the 11th of November. And, just a few short weeks is going to be Thanksgiving, and we're going to have a couple of big shows coming, so get ready for that, as we mentioned, and lots of surprises in store. And we can't wait to bring it all to you. It will happen, though, soon enough. But for Christmas Movie Spotlight, we want to wish you a wonderful evening and a wonderful week ahead. Be safe. Have a great time. And we'll see you back here again next week. And as always, Pam, it's an honor to be on air with you.
And it's an honor for you to have me on air. It's an honor to be with you.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Well, you know what? I think we're both honored. Beyond that, we're both very fortunate to have met each other all these years ago and to have this opportunity to do a show together. And anytime we're on air together, it's always fun. And just be able to bring something to the listeners that hopefully will be a helpful resource for navigating through this crazy, exciting, fun holiday season ahead with all the movies and music that are out. So thank you so much for being my partner in crime each and every week.
You're welcome, and thank you.
Yeah, well, thanks, everyone, for joining us this evening. We're so glad that you could. And if you're brand new and you loved us, please let everybody know. We'd love to have you back and then some. And check us out on social and check out our website and all places in between to catch us and everything that we're doing. And until next week, take care and God bless. And we'll see you soon.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Hey, guys, don't leave us yet. Be sure to follow us on Twitter at Christmas Movies. That's XMASMUVIES. And also like our Facebook page at Christmas Movies Spotlight. Don't forget, that's spelled MUVIES. And follow us on Instagram at Christmas Movies Spotlight.
And don't forget to check out our website, ChristmasMoviesSpotlight.com. That's movies with MUVIES. ChristmasMoviesSpotlight.com.
Thanks for listening. See you next week.